There we go. Good lord, everything went wrong that could possibly go wrong. First we accidentally boot up fucking Overwolf, and then screen stops working, mic's not working. Alright, but we got it sorted. Hello, welcome. How many people we got here? 12 people, hey. Hello, Bat, yes, true. Hello, hello, welcome. Alright, we're gonna be continuing the modeling of the Bat today. Hello, Megla, hello, Joseph. Alright, let's bring this on screen. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're cooking. Set up my OBS properly. Alright, stream's looking good. No lag. You love to see it. May have missed a live stream, so did you guys make a new character for the Bat? If you didn't see last live stream, just to catch you up, we started working on a Bat character. That's been talked about in the stream for a while now. Cryphobia ended up making a couple of Bat designs. I promised that I'd get it made, so that's what we're doing today. Did a bit of retopology on the body. Now we got to do the head. Probably gonna be torn up, so it's not gonna look exactly like this, especially not with the mouth and the eyes. But you know, you get the picture. This is the Bat character for today, your Mackenzie's Learning Lodge series. This is unrelated. This is just its own character. I might use it for some other unrelated small project, but for now, it's just a stream thing. It's just so we can sit back, relax, have something to do, hang out with chat. Been baking my cake for my birthday. Hell yeah, happy birthday. Alright. Let's not delay any further. Let's get right into it. We're gonna have to do the head, which is gonna be potentially either really annoying or really easy. We're gonna rip it up, actually, so it might not be that bad, but, you know, we'll see. Let's shade this flat. Is that... Oh, no, that's smooth. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't working for a second. Alright. So we're gonna have the jaw ripped up. So I don't know how much we even really want to model of that. Thanks, Megla. It's a late birthday, but thank you, though. Hey, I mean, you know, still counts. Yo, Megla, I got Blender and it was a disaster. Sorry to hear. Listen, you gotta stick with it. The longer you stick with it, the more bad things you make. Eventually you'll make one thing that's not so bad, you know, and then once that starts happening, that's when it when things start to go right, unless it's lit like your computer can't handle it, in which case, you know, I mean, not much that can be done about that. But we probably want more topology here, actually. Hold on. Let me see if I remember the tricks right. So what we'll do is we'll put one up here, one up here, and then... No. Wait. No, that's not right. Let me do this. I was modeling and it was a disaster. Well, it is what it is. Hi, Megla. Love your Mackenzie's Learning Lodge series. Thanks. Glad to hear it. Alright, let's work on the back of the head first. That'll probably... no, let's work on ears. So if we work on the landmark bits first, it should be easier to kind of morph everything into what we want it to be. Bring that up there. Boom. Boom. Let's bring this a little farther up. There we go. How many do we have on the side? 1, 2, 3. So we probably want 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's good stuff. Hi, hey, smile guy. Welcome back. Okay. Then actually, I think there's gotta be... Eh. No, it should work. Extrude. This will actually be a little bit annoying to work with. Maybe we shouldn't. Let's just extrude it out a little bit first. And then we'll connect it to the back. That way we have like a proper loop in isolation. Post some more fan art on my channel? Hell yeah, I'll have to look at it at the end of the stream. Trying to do a couple of like practice drawings in my free time lately. Not doing good, but I hear that's part of the process, so I'm gonna keep at it until I get something that looks okay-ish. What's the bat for, if you don't mind me asking? It's just for fun. I'll probably use it for like a smaller scale YouTube short type project, just as like a nice cool scene build for like an abandoned, I don't know, discotheque of some sort. Could be cool, but for the most part we're just kind of doing it for fun, doing it for the love of the game. Okay, that looks good for now. Let's do eyes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3 on top, 3 on bottom. Gotta keep it consistent. There we go. When we finish the Mackenzie's Learning Lodge series, just wondering. So, I said it in my YouTube post announcing this stream, but I got most of the modeling for the actual area of the next episode done. So now I'm just moving on to like animation, and we'll see how that goes. But that's usually a lot faster than actually doing all the modeling and stuff. So it shouldn't be too much longer now, but we'll see. See how things go. Alright. Got a good eye loop going here. I think the nose is probably going to be a little annoying to get figured out. What's a bat's like theme or gimmick if there is one planned already? For now, as far as a theme, we're going disco vibes. As far as a gimmick is concerned, I don't know. We haven't brainstormed one yet. Alright, let's see. Maybe we bring this down. And it goes right into the nose loop. That'd be good. I'll just widen it out in general a bit. No. Alright, lovely. It's looking decent. If we... No, didn't want to join it. If we hide it... Well, it's not looking like much of anything yet, but we have an eye loop. Alright, let's do a bit of the nose next. Actually, yeah, if I have this extended topology. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to do. Alright, and then we extend that down. And that'll meet at the bottom of the mouth. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Lovely. And then this we can just extrude down, but only a little bit. Or maybe we don't even do that. Yeah, I think actually we'll leave it at that height for now. Bring that up. That's the wrong face orientation. Hold on. Mesh. Normals. Flip. There we go. Now we're good. Gimmick could be sound wave ears like megaphone for echolocation. Could have a lore reason of being able to play music. It's good gimmick. like the wolf and the raven combined. So it's like they got a music box or something in them, so they can't see, but they can echolocate. Could be interesting. Okay. Nope. Fill that in. How was it modeling Wolfgang? Which model of him? The one that I did on stream? Because if you're talking about that one was pretty fun. As with most models, the part that I like the least is the retopology, which is what we're doing here. Because it's just a lot of like going over what you've already done and then putting squares on it so that it doesn't, you know, take a million polygons in order to actually render it. But other than that, it's a pretty fun process. I did learn a bit more about rigging though. So the rigging process should be a lot easier this time around. Actually have a better product at the end of it too. The rebrand? Oh, okay, yeah. The rebrand model is also pretty similar. I think that one I enjoyed the least just because I had been modeling the rebrands of all the characters immediately after losing all the characters for so long that I was like, man, I want to just get on with making the videos, you know? So that one I probably didn't enjoy quite as much as I did the other ones, but I still gave it my all. Gave it a good shot, a good once over. Let's see about making that closed. These nope. Extrude, scale, cool. It's looking a little bit janky. Bring that down and add another loop bottom. That could work. Megla, are you continuing Mackenzie's Learning Lodge? Yes, I am. Currently working on it. I mean, not with this, but working on it otherwise in the back. Alright, let's see. Another loop cut up top. Yeah, we could do that. Fix it later. It's a very wonky nose shape. But this should help somewhat. There we go. And then can I grid fill? Select two edge loops that are closed. Well, I think I am. Whatever. We'll figure it out ourselves. Can't be too complicated. I don't want to add another loop cut. I think we might just need to do a triangle here. Screw it. You usually want to avoid triangles, but sometimes it's just like you get yourself into a situation where it's like, alright, we just use a triangle and we move on. It's also going to be the nose, so it's not like it's going to move too much. Alright, how does it look smoothed? Looks okay. Yeah, it'll probably look better once we get bump maps on it and everything. Let me subdivide it once. Smooth it out. Alright, so we got the nose. Let's do the outline of the mouth now. This will probably continue along the cheek and connect up there. There we go. It's looking good. We'll probably bring the mouth down at this back bit. Yeah, alright. Bring this down. Right here. Can make 6 characters. Pauline and Puma, probably not. That's a lot of characters. It's a lot of work. I can barely do the stuff I want to do. Okay. Bring this down here. Bro, there we go. Alright, we're gonna have a pretty jacked up looking jaw anyway, so it shouldn't need to look too crazy good. 1, 2, 3. Bro, there we go. 4. And connect that. Who would win the Mackenzie's Learning Lodge group in their rebrand era, or Captain America? Probably Captain America. I mean, he's a super soldier and also has plot armor, I'd imagine. Although, who knows? I don't know enough about Captain America to dispute it. I know it... Oh wait, yeah, no, I can kind of see that as a mouth. That kind of looks freaky. Alright, I'm seeing the vision. It's coming together. What does it look like if we go multi-Clark? Smooth it out a little bit. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to simple. My question is, why isn't there a food-themed animatronic yet? My mom said hi. Hi! Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Or, well, I guess... What do you call it? The cupcake. Although that feels like a retcon. I feel like the cupcake was never an animatronic, and then they just decided that it was. Later on down the road. Does this make it smoother? Okay, that looks a little better. In the future, will you ever think about doing Mackenzie's Learning Lodge merch? Maybe. I'd have to have enough people that would want to get it to justify it, but, you know, I'd want to, but it's hard maybe. Okay. If we could get some extra, like, hangy bits here. I can come back to that later. For now, I just want the basic structure. Alright, let's move this down and connect it in the middle. Do the same up top here. Probably honestly the same right here. Maybe that's actually too much. No, we'll just accept defeat on that one. Another triangle for the forehead. Okay. Or maybe not. Actually, hold on. There we go. That's the move. It's wonky, but it does it. That's a topology choice. Curse of triangle. Yeah, triangles are the bane of your existence. For anybody getting into 3D modeling, I'm gonna show you 2 of the greatest sins you can commit right now. All right, one is doing this and making a triangle. The other one is, hold on, doing something like this and making what's called an n-gon, because you can see all these weird little fractals. There's not really a flow to it. It's got how many sides? Computers don't like that. So never do that. They like squares, and that's it. They can handle triangles sometimes, but they really prefer squares. If you don't use squares, you're gonna have a bad time. It's really very, very dirty topology, but If it works, it works. That's the important bit. We're not really gonna see the back of the head much. So we probably cut down on poly count here. We can expand this out a bit. No, that's a little too wacky for me. Let's see. Is that a bat? Indeed. We're gonna add the bat to GTA San Andreas. Hell yeah. We managed to do it. Get it to follow the damn train, CJ. San Andreas is one of those games that I've always kind of tried to play through, but it's just kind of old enough that it's on that curve where I'm like, I don't know if I can realistically get an enjoyable experience out of this, you know? It's one of those games I feel like if you've played GTA 5, it's kind of hard to go backward to San Andreas, you know? So I've just never managed to get far in it. I eat glitter glue? I can't imagine that's healthy. Okay. This is starting to look like something. Let's bring that back. Cheese? Cheese. Okay, well, let's... Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest of these are just kind of... Okay, let's get rid of this one. We'll work from the top down. There we go. That looks better, I think. It doesn't look great, no matter how I slice it, but you know what, we'll live with it. Ah, okay, I see. I'll bring this up. There we go. Nope, didn't want to do that. There we go. Now we have a back to the head. It's a little janky, but we'll subdivide it, smooth it over. It'll be fine. And then we really just want the tips to the ears and everything else we can work out. Let's actually lower this a bit. Like right about... So apparently there's no in between, so we'll go that low. Sure. How much time do these take? Like the model from beginning to end? It depends on the model, but something this complex, we're doing the base mesh here, which, you know, takes its own time to retopologize it. We're gonna have to figure out the wing physics, so that's gonna be a whole thing, or at least rigging it. We're gonna set up this, which should be easier, honestly. Whenever you have a bunch of hard plastic like this, that's only meant to just, you know, stay in one shape and move around a bit, it's incredibly easy to rig that. Because you literally just go, hey, this whole thigh, parent that to the thigh bone. This whole calf, parent that to the calf bone. And it just does it. Whenever it's something smushy like this, and it's like, oh, you kind of have to bend a little bit here, but not a lot, and then, you know, taper it off as it goes, that's when it gets complicated. That's when it gets annoying. So this part, the legs, probably going to be the easiest part to get set up out of all of it. But if you speedrun it, if you're okay with a decent result and nothing crazy, you could probably get it done in like maybe 5 to 6 hours or so. But you know, I'm scatterbrained, so that it usually takes longer. Alright, let's move this up here. One secret they don't tell you when you get into 3D modeling work is that you're not really a real 3D artist unless you spend approximately 50% of the time working on a model, just spinning around it like this and looking at it and not doing anything, but you're just like inspecting and looking around and spinning, and that's it. That's at least 50% of the modeling process. If you're not doing that, it just doesn't come out right, you know? It's just one of those things. It's a ritual. You simply have to do it. Okay. Now we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna cap off this ear. Shouldn't be too hard. I wish my loop tool worked at all so I could just tell it to grid fill, but it really seems to hate me today and I don't know why. Let's adjust that a bit. There we go. Alright, maybe it will listen this time and it'll figure it out, but we'll have to see. Alright. Loop tools. Hold on, let's readjust this too. Bring that down to there a bit. Bring that up. And nope. Bring that down to there. Alright. Grid fill. Do your thing. Well, it's not quite what I want, but we'll work with it. Hold on. Maybe... yeah, we could afford to do that. We had some points at the top, then it smooths it out. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's better. Just realized my phone was on low light, and when I made it bright, I burned my eyes out. Yeah, you got flashbangs. Not a pleasant feeling. Especially late at night. Which, it's not late at night here, but... whenever it is late at night, it sucks. Okay, so we taper that out a bit. Alright. That is looking like a creature. I don't know about you guys, but I would classify that as an entity. Maybe even a goblin or a ghoul. Alright, the nose is a little finicky. I don't know how I feel about that. YouTube loading. Is YouTube being a little slow for you? OBS says I'm fine, so that might be your internet issue, tragically. This flashbang. Oh, I sure do feel bad about FNAF 2, Foxy. Oh, gotcha. Do the mouth hang in the wrong side? Yeah, we can adjust it from here. So the way we have it set up right now, this is just the gist of it. I think I want to get it like little side mouth hangs. Like, you know when you tear some cloth, there'll be like holes in it, like here. Let's make it multi-clark for now, and I'll show you what I mean. Just like something like that. And we do it a couple times. Well, didn't want it to be that big. Hold on. Here, wait, let's reset that. Delete. Okay. Well, I don't want it to be symmetrical, actually. Okay, we'll apply the mirror first, and then we'll work on that. Mirror. Apply. Lovely. All right. Now we're cooking. Maybe we cut up the mouth bits a little bit. Let's make it simple for now. She needs teeth real bad. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, let's make the mouth finicky. Yeah, no, we don't really want to cut like that. That's the annoying thing about having to care about topology, is you can't just do stuff like that. I want to cut. Alright. Maybe we just squiggle it up and down a bit, and we don't mirror it. That way it's got some chaos to it. And it's not going to be symmetrical. But that's good, because if it were, that would not look very good. Alright, then we can do the same thing for the nose. We're gonna have more detail here because there's more polygons to work with. And then we can always delete extra polygons later. Alright, let's see what it looks like if we smooth it out a bit. We'll keep it simple for now, and then smooth it out later. Okay. Now let's do little hole cut. Let's scale it. Let's look at multi-clark. It's pretty okay. Maybe we just straight up delete a face here. Oh, that makes it go wonky. Delete a face here. There we go. Delete. Lovely. Which looks like a gauge. You can kind of see it. Inset. Delete. Inset. Delete. No, not that one. We'll inset this one and delete it. Okay, that's a little something. Interesting. We get rid of nose holes? That would look weird. Yeah, I don't... maybe, actually. I'll leave it for now. I can always delete it later. Because I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna leave it for now. Alright. That's looking pretty good. Shade smooth. Alright, what color do we want her to be? Let's hide this mesh now. I don't think we really need it. What are our thoughts? Chat? Chime in. What color are we going for? We gotta come up with a scheme. Like, maybe the pants should honestly just stay white. But as for the body, I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. It's a great movie. Great movie. Dark purple, red and black. Oh yeah, red and black would be like kind of a vampire vibe. Navy blue. Pink cause disco. That's fair. Vampire back-like style. I'm liking dark purple and crimson. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of like darker purples, blacks. Okay. Maybe for the base fur we go a sort of dark purple. And then for like the pants and stuff we go like either black or like red of some sort. We'll see. Alright, let's get it blocked out. See how it looks. New material. Make it purple, but dark purple. It's purple, guy! Oh my god! Alright, then maybe the wings are black. Interesting. Actually, let's look at this in rendered view. That's not quite what I would want out of that. Hold on. That looks pretty good, though, honestly. Just that. Is this an animatronic or is this a creature? It's an animatronic. Okay, let's get... Hold on. Let's go shading. World. Plug in the abandoned room. Lovely. And now we go back. There we go. Now we got something. It looks glistening. Don't really like that. Shading. Let's give this a coordinate. Not scale. Rotation. Oh boy. Just rotate it about there. There we go. That works. Alright, let's make it not oily. Roughness. There we go. Roughness. There we go. This can be shinier. Shade smooth. Shade smooth. And these will be white, but they'll be shiny for now. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll most likely be back. Alright, enjoy. Good colors. Yeah, let's see what the pants could do. Maybe like a deep red. Could be interesting. I feel like if we're gonna do pants, they need a shirt. Just kind of feels weird to not have a shirt, but have pants, you know? What's her theme? It's gonna be like disco. So I don't know, maybe not red. Maybe... What complements purple? Cyan? Vaporwave bat? Let's see, I don't know if it was that type of party. Yeah, definitely need to give them a shirt of sorts. Alright, we'll sort out the pants later. You need to put on some goddamn clothes. Subdivision shrink wrap. Good. And we'll select... let's get this set up real quick. We're gonna go back to non-material view. Scale, but not on the z-axis. Oh. Alright, cool. Looks a little better. Thinking for the shirt, either white or dark gray. Alright, let's get it set up first. We'll have it, and right about here. I'm gonna have it clip with the wings. Because it'll be fine. I'm sure they could design it to be like that. Relatively little issue. Add the shirt top loop there. And select inner. Duplicate. Alright, now let's make this... Wait, hold on. I didn't separate it. Let's make this into a proper shirt-looking thing. Solidify. 0. Scale it out a little bit. And then subdivide. Okay. That looks shirt-esque. If we actually color it, it'll probably look better. Nope. We need to make it a different material. There we go. There's something missing. Maybe give her glasses to match the 70s aesthetic. That's true. What are we missing here? Maybe a nice cream. I think with the red, the cream kind of works. Long sleeves. The issue is that this is technically where her hand ends. Maybe pattern for the shirt? That's true. Let's give it the shirt a little more detail before we judge it too harshly. Alright. Object. Not normal. Bump. Let's make it a little bumpy. Baronoi texture. Let's go to the material view. It'll be a little easier to see. Scale up. Make it like 0.01. There we go. Random down a little bit so it feels more like actual cloth. Make it 200. How's that looking? The real view. Looks a little more like an actual kind of sweater, sort of, a little bit. Yellow and blue would look better. It's true. Maybe we change the color of the body. Nah, purple feels best for the body. Although maybe like a dark blue. Honestly, maybe just black. How about like an orange? Or like a, yeah, like a brown. I don't know. Methinks the wings should be a bit transparent. We can do that. Like a silk sort of look. Hold on, maybe I can get it sheen. If I give it sheen, that'll make it look real good. Make the sheen pure white, but the roughness is off of it. And IOR completely off. Okay, that looks a little more like a silk kind of setup. Let's make it like 0.99. All right, and then we'll give it a little bit more depth afterward. Big sharp teeth, true. I don't know why when I think of disco, I think of old arcade carpets. That's true. Makes sense. Okay, this shirt is killing me. Well, let's get the skin back to like a dark purple. Maybe green, but like a dark green. Maybe they have to, because issues with darker colors. It's a little more difficult to find a color combo that feels right. Yeah, we definitely need a pattern. Maybe make her look a little bit like a hippie. It's true. That could work. Could also be the what do you call it? Shirt shape itself. Red, pink, and purple feels like it was good to me. All right, here, let's go back to this. Make it pink. How do we feel about that? Black, green. Stars or triangles for a pattern idea. That could work actually. Here, let's give it a pattern. Let's make it base white. And we'll give it a pattern. Image texture. New starry shirt. I get 4K. There we go. And base is white. Alright, lovely. Triangles, pyramids, stars, and moons. Alright. Time to put my drawing skills to the test. We're gonna have to UV unwrap it first. Hold on. UV. Why can I not see anything? Hello? Oh, wait. Modifiers. That'll do it. Alright. One down the back. And one along the back of both arms, like right about there. Alright, that'll be fine. Mark seam. Unwrap with minimum stretch. Looks good to me. Texture paint. Alright. Image. Starry shirt. Lovely. Alright, is this working? Yeah, that's working. Alright. You can look at pictures. It's true. Actually, it might be easier because I would want to paint on this side anyway. Why is this paint? Paint. Lovely. Might actually be easier to just leave this in the background and then open up Krita and make a couple little adjustments. Let's save this and I'll open up Krita. Oh, let me see if I can make sure this capture's working properly. It's looking very scary. It's looking all right. I think once we get the color and design pattern figured out, it's gonna be good. Hold on, Krita's taking its time to boot up. Please enjoy staring into the void for a moment. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I wanted to hide the screen because there's definitely, yeah, recent documents. There's a bunch of spoilers to the new video here, so don't want to leak those. Let's go 3840 by 3840. 3840. Alright, there we go. Create. Alright, the spoilers have now left the screen. There we go. The Void says the old models were better. Yeah. The Void would say that. Okay. Nope, didn't want to do that. Alright, isn't there an option... Hold on, I need to Google this. Because there should be an option in Krita. Repeat image at border. It's like one key. Ah, is this it? W? Nope, that doesn't do it. Basically, select the part of an image and make it repeat itself in a seamless pattern. Krita artists. I don't use Krita enough to like commit this to memory. Hey man, did you like the game Post Round V? I haven't played it yet. I plan to play that on stream probably at some point. The Void is wrong. Maybe give her some headphones. That's true, actually. That could be good. Definitely needs like a head item. Tile array. God, why does nobody online just tell you the button to press? It's like there's one button here. Oh god, they're telling me to run script commands. I know this is not how it works. Repeated image. Will that do it? Hit W to turn it back off. It's not working. W doesn't do it. All right, we're gonna go rogue. We're just gonna figure it out ourselves. Image. Trim, rotate, shear, mirror, offset, resize, image, wavelet, decompress, separate image. That doesn't do it. View. Wraparound mode? Shift W, that's what it is. There we go. So now when we do it, yeah, now we're painting in tiles. And it loops and repeats. Look at that lovely pattern. Give her the sauce. What would count as the sauce? How can we make her goated? Oh, didn't want to rotate. Okay. Lovely. Alright, what pattern do we want to kind of repeat? We want stars? Would stars be good? No, we don't want it to be the same orientation. Lovely. How about a Samsung smart fridge? Yeah, I'll just put the blueprint for Samsung smart fridge in the center of this texture. Okay, there's a bit of a void here. If there's one thing I know about the void, it's that it calls to me. Alright, and one more spot here. Lovely. It's not quite done, though. Hold on. Shift W. Alright. Let's see what we can do for colors. Or maybe I should have... we'll undo it. I should make them the color I want them to be from the get-go. Green. Alright, let's figure out what colors we want. Do we want... Or no, actually, can I... Okay, I'm gonna bring these back, because we can actually just do that in Blender. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me black. Lovely, black star. Beautiful. What? Is that acting finicky? What's happening here? Cut. Oh, it's because there's white all over the back. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I ruined it. Soiled it. It's okay, I can paint around it. Let's add back the back layer, and we'll just paint black. What the hell? Why won't it work? Oh, I'm painting in the back. I'm stupid. Now I'm smart. Lovely. Beautiful. Welcome to Photoshop. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's Krita, so it's slightly different, but still, I'm always doing dumb things in this program. Not mastered this one whatsoever. Lovely. Is this more efficient than just redoing this layer? Who knows? But I'm not gonna find out. I'm just gonna barrel on through. I've made up my mind. This is how we do it. Alright, lovely. That one's done. Does this one need some chicanery too? We'll just fill in what we can while we're here, and then figure that out next. Chicanery. He defecated through a sunroof. Alright. Oh, wait, one more star. What are you doing? I am working on the texture for this bat's shirt. Could be stars, and we'll figure out the colors once we actually get into Blender. But I just need a mask that's black and white for now. Lovely. Alright. Wonderful. Very starry, very beautiful. We'll make the background pure white. There we go. Shift W. And you'll love to see it. And I'll go ahead and save it off screen again so I don't accidentally spoil anything. Yep, that opened up right into spoilers again. Where do we want to save this texture? Let's make it a PNG. Bring it to Blender Sessions, Bat, and make a new folder called Texture. Alright. Texture. Save. Oh, I didn't give it a name. Bat shirt texture. And that Good. Do it. Alright, cool. We're good. Save. Display back on, since there's no more spoilers. And we're good. Actually, I have to open an image. One more time, back to the void with you. I hope you like this void. Because I keep... in the past few stream VODs, I've accidentally leaked stuff and just didn't draw attention to it and had to edit it after the fact. And I ended up accidentally deleting stream stuff, so... we're not risking it this time around. There we go. Alright, now you're good. You're allowed to see. The void, yeah, I hope you enjoy the void. The void enjoys being around you. Alright, I'll close these guides because they didn't help me at all. Give them 0 stars on Yelp. There we go. Alright, cool. How will this work? Bat shirt texture. Lovely. Let's scale it down. Or scale it up. It's pretty alright. Looks bad on the back, but that's just because of the way seams work, and we'll ignore it for now. Make it fluffy. It's true, I could make it fluffy. Hold on, let's give it a particle system. Hair. That's too much hair. Hair length. Make it small-ish. Okay, it's small-ish. Bring it to there. There we go. Bring it up here. Where's the particle? There we go. Children. Simple. Oh no, it's doing the thing. Oh god. It's like half pointing inward, half pointing outward. I hate it when hair systems do that. I don't know what fixes it either. Those are not fur. It's, you know, it's a work in progress. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Hide this. Maybe if we apply these two? There we go. Okay. It's getting closer to looking like hair. You just have to hide the internal hair. Select. 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 And select. And then we select inner region. That's not what I wanted. Invert it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Or actually, maybe... hold on. Maybe that is what I wanted. We'll make it a new group. Hair. Mask. Assign. There we go. Then we go to this. Render. Okay, so it is taking the material. Viewport, no. Where? Vertex groups. Density, hair mask. There we go. Is it doing it on the inside now? Let's take a little trip inside. No, it's not. Alright, good. Lovely. That looks terrible, but we'll work on it. It's gonna eventually look good. Make the stars yellow, light blue, and pink. Alright. I shall consider it. Display amount. 100. Alright, that looks a little more fur coaty. Somewhat. Hair length still needs to come way down. Okay, that's about good. Hair shape. Let's go to this view just so that's a little simpler to look at. That's... why is that doing that? What? Oh, is it because it's simple? Hold on. Children interpolated. There we go. That looks better, kind of. Either way, we'll live with it. Alright. Where's parting? Not quite what I wanted. Clumping. Nope, not that. Don't want that. Why is this shirt looking too good? It's awesome. Yeah, we're slowly making it look actually properly decent. You just need randomness because it's too uniform right now. Roughness, uniform. Ah, okay, so that might help a bit. Roughness, kink, no kinks. Wasn't there a randomness? We don't want hair dynamics. That'll crash my computer. Force field settings, nope. Field weights, nope. Don't want that. Okay, I guess this was probably what we were looking for then. Uniform, random. Okay, how does this look? That looks a little more fur coaty. I'm actually kind of digging it. It's kind of working. How do they wear the clothes if they got all that wing stuff? Listen, don't think about it too hard, alright? We'll just say the character was built with the clothes permanently on. That's how we'll deal with it. Don't forget my fan art. I won't. We'll look at it at the end of stream. Alright, that looks a little more properly like an actual coat. I think that works. I like it. Maybe we bump up the hair a little bit more, though. It is a little... Can you tell me if this has something to do with Mackenzie's Learning Lodge? It does not. This is unrelated. Merry Christmas. It does give Christmassy vibes. If we really mess it up. Yeah, that's barely recognizable. Don't like that. We'll bring it back. Maybe more children. 150. Nah, that didn't substantially make it better. Alright, we'll go back to 100. Or 100 for render, we'll make it 10 for viewport right now. Or no, we want to see what it looks like. I want a material. Shading! Alright, bring this back. Color ramp. Constant. Alright, the black can now be whatever color we want it to be. And the white can also now be whatever color we want it to be. Let's see. Alright, so we were experimenting. What colors are we going for? Let's make this... Make this like a cream. Oh, that's like not quite what we're looking for. Cream. Cream. And then the red can be... What color do we want the red to be? Looks like a goth girl, that's true. Honestly, maybe black for the stars just kind of works the best. If I'm being totally honest. With Mackenzie's animatronics looking like Giga Chads all the time, it's hard to say. Maybe... Pink, someone suggested pink, yellow, and blue. Here, let's see. Set this to pure white with a little bit of yellow, just because that's how white often works. And then make these pink. I'd have to make them different shades of black if we wanted to make them different colors. Honestly, you know what? Let's just go for it. We can boot back up Krita. Pay attention to the void for a moment while I boot it back up. Alright, did it work? I think it worked. There we go. Boot back up batshirt.exe. There we go. Alright. Welcome back from the void. Void tells me secrets of the past. At least it's not telling you secrets of the future. Alright. Let's make it different shades of gray. So how many different colors do we want? That's the question. Because depending on how many colors we want, we'll need that many different shades of gray. I think we're gonna want at least 3. So let's make this one a little lighter. We'll make that one a little bit lighter. Leave the black, and then we'll make one that's mostly gray. Five, okay. Put that there. And that's, let's break up this black line here. No, let's make that one eyedropper. Where's the eyedropper? There we go. Put that there. No, that's not what I wanted. Eyedropper. Why is it not? Oh, is it because it's not real? Yeah, that'll do it. Alright. And we make that one that shade of gray. There we go. That looks completely, not completely ununiform. Hold on. We got one more culprit here. Shift W. Copy this color. Nope, this color. And make it work. Lovely. Now it looks a little less uniform. Perfect. What about a hint of navy blue stars, like only 10 or so? That's true. Also, should we give it... No. No. That'll muddle it too much. We'll figure that out next. Go back to the void while I save it. Save as... Alright, lovely. There were no spoilers this time. Press OK. And we're gonna have to reload this bat project so it actually knows what texture we want. Close Blender. Open it back up. It's looking good so far. It's coming together. It's becoming something. Alright, there we go. Void tells me to piss yourself right now. I will not. I won't do it! Alright. Nope, don't want to move Blender along the toolbar. Why did I pick that up? Alright, there we go. How does this look now? We need more colors along... Ah, okay, there we go. See, some of them disappear at different points. Oh, dogs are freaking out because people got home. Add a new color. Let's make this one blue. That's lovely. That's pleasant. We add another one, and we make that, I don't know, green, just so we can tell what it is. Where is it? There we go. Alright. That's interesting looking. I don't know about the green. Maybe the green, hold on, wait, let's make the green a yellow, perhaps? Okay, that kind of looks like birthday cake. I'm kind of on board with the birthday cake vibe, actually. We would need to change the pants color, but it could work. What would the pants color be? Cyan. That kind of works. That goes with it. I'm seeing the vision. Make it blue and yellow. So, maybe... Invite you to cage fight. PDA flavored with little bites color. I don't know what that is. Bring up saturation, not that much. Down a little bit. Maybe we make them metallic. Metal pants. Oh yeah. Oh, that's disco. That's disco. Maybe we make it green though. A little more green, yeah. Something like right about there. That's disco as hell. I'm feeling it. Alright, we need to give them a face. A proper face. Let's give them eyes to start. We'll go into this mode. It's gonna take a minute, but there we go. Bring that down to 5 for now, just so it's not lagging everything. Alright, cool. Sorry if I keep bothering you, but did you know that Mob Production copied Baddington's Analog Horror because Bunzo Bunny's name is similar to the name Banzo Stitch, Bunny from Harmony and Horror? Didn't know that. I also have not been following either of those things. I have no skin in this game. Alright. Cube. Actually, no. We'll make it a cube later. But for now, let's just make it a UV sphere. Just to get a placeholder going. Rotate 90 degrees. And then mirror. On the X? Nope. The Y? Yep. Lovely. That's not quite right. Hold on. Let's bring these down. Bring it forward. Not quite that much. Shrink them down. Make them look a little sunken in. And then maybe we also get rid of some of these inner eye loops. One. Go. 1, 2, 3. Delete. Yeah, it looks a little better. Then we scale it up. Bring it back. Bring it down. Alright, cool. Why her jaw's so big, she's gonna recreate the Vitamin 87. Yeah, it's gonna be ripped open. The final product. Alright, let's make these a different color. One is just normal. The next is black. And we'll make this much black a sign. Good lord, don't like that. And then new, we'll make this, what eye color? Maybe green for now. A sign. Doesn't look like it, we got tiny pupils. That's interesting looking. Make the pupils smaller. Yeah, we got like locked in pupils. Make the teeth sharp. Will do. It's gonna be bat teeth. Maybe she has yellow eyes. That's true, actually. That could work. Or red eyes. We'll go with yellow for now. You can always swap it up later if we feel like it. Is that Pizza Tower music? Hell yeah, it is. Why is my Spotify not updating on OBS though? It should be. Oh, there we go. It was doing a little sleepy bit. Alright, there we go. Leave it yellow for now, because Dracula from Castlevania. That's why. Scale. Bring it up. Oh, hello, Bat Designs. Hold on, I should probably delete these. I don't need them anymore. I know what I'm doing. Let me ride a boat. Alright. Let's get this endomouth figured out. Scale on the Y. Scale on the X. Let's make it a little bit bendy. And the ink machine, if you will. GZ. Bring it up. Bring it up. A little more curved. Okay. And let's bevel this. Okay. We'll do it for every corner we can. At least at the front. It's not really every corner we can, but you know, it works. Get about it. Bring it in. There we go. It's a little more metal-ish. She break her jaw from partying too hard. It's very possible. Yellow feels more natural. Red automatically evil, but yellow makes it feel like it's actually usable other than fear-related. That's true. That makes sense. Eyes turn red, run. That's true. Oh yeah, it could be like the big daddies from BioShock. Like how they got the yellow face mask, and then when they're pissed off, it's red. Probably not actually, but be a cool idea. Duplicate Z. Red has always been associated with evil. Or passion. Or fire. Let's 180 that. Bring the front bits back. That was a good game, for sure. Wasn't there like a leak a while back about a potential BioShock remake, and that's just like never happened? I feel like I remember that happening. GZ, rotate. Scale on the Y. GY. Make the mouth ripped out. That's true, we could opt for just the top row of teeth. I'll leave the bottom just in case I want to add it, but let's see how that would look for now. Scale. 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 Just the top, the bottom kind of looks silly, yeah. I'll leave it for now in case, because I feel like I could tweak it to look good. You don't know. It's very, I can add it back if I need to. Every time I was watching your stream, the ads keep interrupting me. Every time I'm watching the stream, it's pissing me off. Yeah, hold on. I thought I had the ad aggressiveness set to like medium. Let me see. Viewer activity, stream health, shopping, no stream settings. I guess I have to set it at the start. Next time you got sponsors. Not yet, I wish, but not yet. Next time I'll try and swap it over to relaxed so that it's not like constant ads. But for now, I guess we'll just have to deal. Mirror. Nope. There we go. Wonderful. Now that inspires fear. 2 little SpongeBob ass teeth. We're cooking. All right, let's get serious here. Subdivision. Scale. Bring it back. Bring it down. Let's bring these forward a bit. This one more forward. And scale this down. Along with this one. Alright, cool. Maybe subdivide it a little bit more. Move this up. Okay. Skedaddle, your skadoodle, your webcam is now open. Joke's on you. I have my webcam unplugged. I keep safe. Let's bring this down to a fine point. There we go. Fun fact, there's a species of bat that actually sucks blood, though mostly from cows. It's called the vampire bat. Now here's the real question. Did vampires get their name from the vampire bat, or did the vampire bat get its name from vampires? That's the real question. Because I haven't thought about that till now, but like, how does that work? Probably both. Like, they just kind of mutually agreed, like, oh, that thing sucks blood. Also, let's invent vampires now. You know? I don't know. I feel like that's someone's got to look into that. Vampire bats get it from vampires. That's fascinating to me. Because then why did they go like, oh, vampire bats... Well, vampires suck blood. It feels like they would have had to associate blood sucking with vampires before that, right? I think the bat itself was discovered later. That's possible. I don't know. Someone look into the history of vampire bats and their association with actual vampires. I need someone on this right now. I have to know. Let's get rid of the merge. Alright. It's kind of bat-esque. Little bat looking. What I do like is when they kind of curve inward. It's interesting looking. Things are good. Sharp teeth is good, indeed. It's one of the few designs that you can get away with making a kid's character that has super sharp, spooky teeth. Because it's a literal bat. That's like the point. Maybe we curve it all outward, though. Okay. Maybe give her some eyelashes, true. Let's make these shade smooth. Alright, it's looking good. Maybe, I have an idea, hold on. We do a little silly Billy. Touch that. And we alt extrude along normals. And we make this loop sharp. Hold on, let's hide this so I can do this a little more effectively. Make this sharp. Yeah, okay, that's looking like something. And then one, two, and we make that two different things. We make that a shiny red. Eh? What do we think about that? I think I feel pretty good about it. Let's move that in a bit. We'll shrink these down, but also bring them down. There we go. That's something. All right, we got some posts about the bat situation. Vampires came first because people in France thousands of years ago believed they were real, and even as far back as ancient Greece believed redheads would come back to life as vampires. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe it was like they kind of... So was it like a coincidental thing where it was like, okay, we've created basically like a ghoul monster, and it wasn't necessarily associated with bats to start with, and they sucked blood, and then later on they discovered a creature that also sucked blood, and they were like, oh, that's like vampires. and then they made a vampire bat. Am I getting that correct? Ayo, Sonic Adventure. Hell yeah, we got Sonic Adventure on the soundtrack. Again, my Spotify is not updating, but there we go. Now you can see it. Against a character that's a boar. That'd be interesting. Let's grab all this. Shrink it. No, grow it. Never mind. That doesn't really work. Maybe we bring it a little closer, a little bit farther back, rotate a little more. Alright, cool. I'm gonna head out now. Alright, see you later, Penguin Man. Let's bring this bit down. Alright, that's looking pretty alright. Big fan of that. Meow, good luck to you. Alright, see you later, Evo. Yeah, vampires back in ancient Greece times were associated with Hades, the god of death, but people in France associated vampires with bats because the many plagues bats spread. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Alright, well, I learned something new today. Alright, headphones. Let's do headphones next. I want to get as much blocked out as possible for next time. Save. Bats are the only mammal that can fly. Are birds not mammal? What are birds? Are they their own thing? Are birds reptiles? That wouldn't make sense. What is a bird? I think birds are their own thing, right? Avians? Right, yeah. That makes sense. Birds are just birds? Yeah. We dare not classify birds as anything other than just bird. If you think you can hold a bird down to a category, what a fool you are. How would we do headphones, actually? These ears really get in the way of that. Birds are just a different category like mammals and reptiles are. That's fair. Birds are their own category. Gotcha. I'm assuming they're closer related to reptiles, though, considering the whole dinosaur bird thing. Put the headphones around the neck instead of putting them on the head. That's true. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Big brain idea. Okay, maybe. You know how, like, disco style, you have, like, the popped collar? But also, like, vampires have the big dramatic collars? Maybe we go for that. I think, actually, hold on. I think I'm cooking. I think that's the move. How would I do that, though? Let's figure this out first. Well, first of all, I don't need all of this internal stuff. So we can just invert and delete. Does that ruin my hair system? Let's see. 100. Nope, still works. Cool, we'll bring it back down. Sorry, slept past my alarm. It's alright. Welcome back, Cryphobia. Alright, we're gonna give him a popped ass collar. Can we fly as hell? Good to have you back. Yeah, good to have you back, soldier. Okay. So let's go from here to here. No, here. One more, I think. He thinks one more. Alright, cool. That's lined up. There we go. Extrude. And we'll just get the general shape going for it first. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that's the move. Already love it. And then add a bunch of cuts here. Coda, are you dying? What is... My dog's coughing up a lung. Gotta love it whenever they do the weird little thing where they're like, oh, I'm gonna eat some spaghetti and die. Sphere. Okay. No, that's not the middle point. Is this the middle point? Sort of. Wait a minute, maybe... Maybe it's, we go root. There we go. It's a little better. Actually, hold on. Let's set this up a little better for ourselves. Okay. Lovely. There we go. Now it works. Okay, well we'll have to adjust that a bit because that's not. I don't think we want hair on the collar. But it's pretty fleek. Bell style from Dracula movies at 5 and below. Yeah, Dracula movies and discotheques. Yeah. Okay. We'll only curve it a little bit, because if I curve it too much it looks a little weird. And then maybe we can kind of like bring one end down a bit. No, it would have to be the end, and then bring this up and closer. How does that look? Nah, we'll leave it symmetrical for now. Tweak it later if we want. Who do you think is gonna win in a fight, Bell or Gage? I think probably Gage. Assuming that they're in water, Gage. If they're not in water, it's probably Bell. Bell probably wins that. All right, let's. Honestly, maybe we just like. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Let's plus for faces, and we separate it. And it's its own thing. It has no particle system. What is its material, though? Let's make it its own thing, first of all. New. Do we make it black? Doesn't quite fit if it's just black. Maybe we make it like it's like a velvet color. Hold on. Shading. Grab that. Give it a sheen. Make the roughness a little lower and make it... What color, though, is the question. Maybe we can stick with the green. Yeah, that works. Sort of. Roughness all the way up. IOR down. So that's very velvet. Maybe up one. Bell can fly away from Gage, by the way, that's true. How do we feel about that? Is Gage like Monty from FNAF? I'd imagine they'd get along. Chilling out in the swamp. Although Gage wouldn't be able to live in a swamp, considering he's a great white, but you know. Salt water versus fresh water and all that nonsense. Actually, wait a minute. This kind of correlates with this bluish. Her skin kind of correlates with the pinkish, and eyes are yellowish, so maybe the sheen is yellow? Is that cooking? Maybe. Actually? Honestly? It kind of works. The bat you made almost looks like Globert from the show Mixels. Let me look that up. Hold on, what is this? Glaubert. Mixels. I don't know that I see it. This guy got one giant eye. It's crazy. Pizza Tower. Bring back up OBS. Alright, there we go. Monty's like mascot persona would like Gage. The animatronic would try to fight him. That's true. There is a distinction. And it's important. Alright, I'm gonna leave the collar for now. If we want a different color, we'll have to figure it out later. Let's make this metal. Metal. Rock. Okay, gray. Oh yeah, roughness down. Okay. It's looking serviceable. It's not great, but it's looking serviceable. There's a lot that we have to tweak. Do we need to give him brows? We should also make the ears a different color, probably. Hold on. Go to here. Oh yeah, we should also smooth everything out. Alright, sculpting first. Smooth. Make it... tool. Make it surface. And then, let's see... wireframe. There we go. Strength 100. Max out the distance. Just make everything perfect topology, just in case. Beautiful. Lovely. Alright. It's looking pretty good. We're gonna need to add the leg bits too at some point, and also feet. But it's looking pretty good. Let's add brows, see if it looks good. Cube. Shrink. Let's make it mirror. Lovely. Subdivide. Wonderful. Should probably thin them out a little bit in general. Oh, disco ball's in the way. We'll move it for now. Bring it backward. Rotate. Okay, and then bring this forward. Oh, shade completely smooth. Then just make it black. And completely rough. I don't know about that. It's like it's missing hair. It looks very bald. Grandma pants. We need hair. That's our major downfall. We need hair. Can we add fur to the actual character? Am I clicking the right thing? New hair. Oh boy. A bit bald, yes, yeah. Let's see what we can do about hair. Maybe if I define an area. We'll go... Needs to stop at the ears, of course. Hold on. That works. And then have it go along here. Let's get rid of all the rest of this. Hold on. Just ignore the crazy spiky bits for a second. Alright. What? Up, along. Kind of an accidental natural widow's peak. Which kind of works for a vampire. And then we'll bring that down and across the back. Bring that up. Alright, cool. And then select inner. Okay. That's something. Shirtless bat, yeah, just ignore it. Don't be a brood. Mesh. Wait, no, vertex group. Hair. Sign. Lovely. I wanna hold on, I wanna fix whatever's going on here. This is rough and I don't like the way it looks. Let's figure that out. Okay, it's looking a little better. Alright. Physics. Interpolated. Whoa. That's not right. It ain't right. Hold on, where's density? Hair. There we go. Oh my god. We just got a straight up hedgehog, porcupine. It's so cool. It kind of rocks. That's actually a little awesome. All right, but we can't stick with that. Hold on, let's get this sorted. What length? Actually, wait. Hair dynamics. Coda, what are you barking at? What is it? Is something at the door? Hold on a second. Ain't nobody there. You're just lying. Get back home. No. Stinky idiot. Alright. So no spiky hair. Can we do hair dynamics? Quality steps. Can I bake it? Let's see what happens. Oh. That's something. I don't know that it's good. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll live with it for now. Quality steps, pingle, collisions, structure, vertex mass. Make it like 1. Stiffness. Let's bring it down to like 0.1. Random. Let's crank that up to 1. See what happens. Alright, well, it kind of went through herself. So let's make collisions. Quality. Yeah, we have to make her own body a collider. Collision. Alright, let's see how that works. It kind of worked a little bit. She's in a metal band of sorts. Just getting being made for fun, yeah. All right, yeah. Let's forget about hair dynamics. We don't want to do that. Let's bring the hair length down a bit. Maybe up there. See what we can do. Segments. Let's bring it up to like 15. Actually, maybe that's what would help with the hair dynamics. Is there like a bake option? There has to be a bake option. Hair dynamics. Cache. There we go. Okay, bake to 140. Let's give it a second. She has crazy hair? Yeah. Great. Yeah. She went to Sport Clips. This is what happens if you go to like one of the budget hair salons where it's just like, I don't know how to cut hair, I just operate a buzzer. And that's it. I think she would be friends with Mackenzie's or the bird. I don't know if there's a bird in there. Yeah, the raven. Alright, it's almost baked. Let's see what it looks like fresh out of the oven. This is definitely, we're not going to keep this, but let's see how it reacts. Actually? Hold on a second. I mean, that's a look. That's... This is like if they were in a metal band. So I don't quite know about this, but, you know. Either way. Let's turn it back off. Nope, not that. What did we turn off? Yeah, that and that. Alright. It's a look alright. Yeah, it's something. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not properly groomed, not properly maintained. Hair dynamics. Yeah, let's just delete all bakes and get rid of hair dynamics, and let's make it frizzy. Children 100. Floofy. That's a lot. Roughness. Random. Got a little more poofy, little frizzle. Okay, the randomness is not good at this length. Okay, that's it at 0. This is a little difficult. Doesn't look like rendered. If we random it up a little bit. That's certainly something. Do we bring the length back up? Oh, not really. I'm at a loss. If only we could comb hair in Blender. We can. Let's give it... Oh. What happened to it? Why did it... What happened there? Hold on. Particle edit? Alright, there we go. Let's, like, bring it back. See how it looks back-ish. Bring it all back and comb it down. Same for this side. Go to the top, comb it back. Bring it all backward. It's all poking out right now. We don't want that. Lovely. And then we bring it down. See how we like that. We'll slick this back to the neck a little bit so it doesn't clip through as much. Lovely. Alright. That's something. Let's see how it looks properly rendered. In not particle edit mode. Let's go with this. I'm not gonna lie, it's just not looking good. It's just not working. You know, it's really just not, it doesn't look good. Maybe not hair, but something shaped like hair. I think the first one where it looked really long was good. Honestly, let's bring it back to that. See how we can get it to look. Go back to the long hair. Undo times infinity. Okay, maybe if we apply this and then comb it, you know, we can get something. Is it a he or a she? It's a she. So let's comb it from here, and we'll just go. Where's the? I guess we'll just apply particles. Apply. I don't know how to. Can we turn off? No. Okay. How do I? This isn't right. Oh wait. No. Never mind. How do I do this? I don't understand. Pretty sure she's from the 80s and would know what headphones are. Headphones. Are headphones not headphones? I don't know. Either way, I feel like she's more 70s. Alright, let's delete the bake. Get rid of hair dynamics, and we'll just comb it into that shape ourselves. Bring it all down. Down, down, down with the system. Bring that or down. Why is this strength 1 distance bigger? No, that's not. Why did it poof up? I don't understand. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're doing it a little better. It's not good, but it's better. Bring it down. Bring it down. Lovely. Okay, that's down. Somewhat. If we exit particle mode. Okay, so we got a basic shape going here. Now if we just comb it out of her face. Let's bring this radius down. Bring some of these over, as much as we can anyway. Lovely. And bring that down. And then go to object mode. And check it out, rendered. Okay, that's more of something. That's closer than I think we've been so far. I don't think they would give her headphones because she would be made by grumpy adults going, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's see how this looks with like everything actually added back. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I could probably use a little more styling. And also we need to adjust how the hair looks. Hold on. Structure, no. Render. Hair, anything. Collisions, hair dynamic off. Children, clumping, parting. Problem I see, though, is that the hair clips through the back of the collar. Yeah, we'd have to figure that out. We could probably, like, clip it at the back a bit. Strand shape. Okay, there we go. Diameter at root. Let's make it thinner. Let's bring it down to like 0.1. And then interpolate it to 100. Oh boy, does that take time to render. My graphics card is exploding. But it looks good at 100. 100 ain't bad. Okay, so let's bring it down to 10 for now, though. Alright, that works a lot better. It's still laggy, but, you know, it gets the idea across. Actually, let's make it 5. Just for now. Looks a little thin for now, but just if you can ignore that. Render, viewport, emission, children, render, material. How do I make it not that? Material? I don't know. Viewport. View. Color. None. Material. I don't know. Just give me Elvis vibes. Makes sense. Could be Elvis hair. Struggling with ideas here. Textures? Wait, can I change? Oh, no, never mind. That's like a different thing. She's giving diva, yeah. Let's bring us back up to 10. How do I change the hair color? That feels like it should be easier than it is. Maybe I add a new material. I'll just make it white for now. Let me go back here. No, render. Material. Material, that. There we go. That's interesting look, but we don't want white. What do we want, though? Is the question. Maybe just black. It's really thin up here. I wish I could, like, fix that. How do we interpolate? 100? Does it look good with 100? It looks better with 100. Let's just give it some time to calculate out. Maybe her jaw will help the shape, give her some soul to her face. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it is still a little thin up top, but it looks better like that. So I'll just trust that it's gonna look good in the final render. Alright, let's shape the hair a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Bring that down, bring it out of the face. And then same here. Bring it down. Let's bring it back a little bit. And we also need to part at the back or else it's gonna look weird. Part. Oh. Bring that down. Bring that down. Bring it up a little bit so it's actually got density to it. And then where's my clip tool? Is it on the side? Yeah, there we go. Clip. Let's just chop all that hair away. Lovely. Let's get rid of this. And this. A little bit. Lovely. Got a lot of stragglers, but we could clip them. Lovely, lovely, beautiful. It's looking better. Alright, how's that look with everything actually in and rendered? She looks like she's balding. I think I trimmed too much. This is tough. Eyelids are what our eyes need. Yeah, for now, let's, you know what? We'll come back to hair later. Delete particle system. Give her more features first. Hide. There we go. Or no. Easier way to do it. Like this. There we go. We'll go back to this view too. Separate. Alright. Alt extrude. Just a little bit. Make that black. Black and rough. And rotate. No. Hold on, wait. How do... Maybe we... I'll slap the thing to it. Snap. Where's the snap option? Cursor to selected. There you go. And then we move along the cursor. Rotate. Y. Lovely. There we go. That's something. I need to make it a little less overlap first. But it's something. Damn, hold on, wait. Why is this? Alt S. There we go. Lovely. Evil funky bat, true. Alright. The eyes do give a little more personality. Oh, man, I'm getting tired. How long have I been doing this? Oh, for a second it didn't update and it said an hour and a half, and I was confused. I'm going for 2 hours. That's about good. I think we call it here. It'll give me some time to think about what we want to do for the actual hair. 'Cause that's the most difficult part, I feel like, to making this cohesive. It is ultimately just for, excuse me, just for fun, so it's not like it's all that serious, but still, I do want to get it decently right. Either way, it's a pretty good place to call it. Just save it real quick. Cool. Alright. Well, thanks for showing up. I'll be sure to continue working on it. We'll probably finish it next time that I stream. We've gotten a decent bit of progress done. But yeah, it's looking good for now. Just definitely have to brainstorm hair ideas while I'm away, but that'll be a problem for future me. Glad to have contributed to this. It's been fun to see you model too. Hey, I mean, glad to have you here. Alright. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for showing up. Peace.